What's up, Taiwan? I'm Liao with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's Mainland Affairs Council, which governs cross-strait issues, is warning the public about the rising risk of traveling to China. Council Minister Cho Cui-zhen has told the lawmakers that in just under a year and a half since last January, the agency received 89 reports of Taiwanese people who have gone missing or are suspected of being detained in China, and 13 more cases of Taiwanese being temporarily held and interrogated in China. China considers Taiwan part of its territory. It issued a set of guidelines last year to punish what it calls die-hard Taiwan separatists. Taiwan's foreign minister has discussed trade talks with the U.S., saying that while U.S. President Donald Trump's tariff policies remain uncertain, Taiwan is working on reducing the trade deficit and increasing investment in the U.S. Foreign Minister Ling Jialong's comments follow bilateral trade talks as Taiwan seeks to minimize potential U.S. tariffs on its goods. He also emphasized that Taiwan could expand its industries into other markets.
就是说，有一些是会到第三地了，不可能每个产品都在美国制造，美国是把 AI 这个作为一个重点。
U.S. President Donald Trump had placed 32% import tariffs on most Taiwan goods, but then suspended the plan for 90 days. Taiwan and India are strengthening their business ties, with India sending its largest ever state-level delegation to an investment forum in Taipei. Government officials from 4 Indian states spoke at the event, highlighting opportunities for Taiwanese companies to invest in India. In recent years, major Taiwanese firms like Foxconn and Pegatron have expanded their manufacturing bases there. Now, Indian officials are hoping to bring in even more Taiwanese investment.
We have a lot of Japanese companies, a lot of Korean companies already operating, few Taiwanese companies, but I think that is going to change. This forum today and in subsequent engagement with the Taiwanese companies, we really want to make it really worthwhile and really take this to the next level of investment for all.
Trade between Taiwan and India is on the rise, growing from just over $8 billion in 2023 to more than $10.5 billion in 2024. Nuclear power could be making a comeback in Taiwan as the opposition-led legislature has passed a proposal to hold a public referendum on restarting the Ma'anshan nuclear power plant. The proposal comes from the smaller opposition Taiwan People's Party. The referendum would ask voters whether they support bringing the plant back online. Ma'anshan was shut down earlier this month, marking the official end of nuclear power in Taiwan. The plan will now head to the Central Election Commission for review. If it gets the green light, the vote is expected for August. A diving group off Orchid Island has come across a special surprise: an endangered whale shark. These giants of the sea were once overfished, making their appearance these days a rare treat. John Van Triest reports.
The members of a diving expedition off of eastern Taiwan on Saturday were expecting fantastic views, but nothing quite as spectacular as what they ended up seeing. At 14 meters below the surface, not far from Orchid Island, a rare lumbering beast of the deep approached. The whale shark is among the world's largest fish, but years of overfishing have greatly reduced their numbers, leading to them receiving legal protections in Taiwan and around the world. The appearance of such an unusual creature was a big surprise.
它本来是要游走的，看到气泡它又再游回来啊，它又在靠近我们这边。然后因为它可能本身比较喜欢玩气泡吧，所以它本身它又靠过来。
Some marine life researchers say it's not a total surprise the whale shark showed up in that area at this time of year, when the water warms up and food is plentiful.
它出现的地方的话，应该是这个浮游动物它出现的一个地方，所以就是说它可能是摄食的这样的一个行为，所以可能最近就会常出现，就是说看到鲸鲨这样。
But they say the chances of seeing a whale shark are still relatively slim. So for the 10 or so minutes the 4-meter whale shark played in the bubbles from the divers' oxygen tanks, the group's members had a privileged spectacle indeed. Fu Huahong and John Van Triest for TaiwanPlus.
Amid rising prices, one discount store chain in Japan is standing out, literally, with flashing lights, loud music, and a wild jungle-like atmosphere. It's more than just shopping. It's an experience that's drawing tourists and keeping locals coming back. Zilan Shata takes us inside.
As inflation rises and the yen drops, Japanese retailers are fighting back. With flashing lights and non-stop music, one shiny discount chain store is bringing in tourists from all around the world.
What
sets us apart from most other retailers is the amusement aspect. We stock a wide variety of products, and customers often end up buying things they didn't intend to. It's like a treasure hunt, a shopping experience that's fun and full of surprises. That sense of enjoyment is probably what makes Don Quixote different.
Named after the idealistic but impractical hero of the 17th century novel, Don Quixote brings as much adventure and chaos as its muse.
Cramped, dark, the buildings might be old, seemingly products hanging from everywhere. Lights, sounds, music, etc. It is just almost an assault on the senses. But Don Quixote has grown to be an extremely important retailer in Japan. Depending on how you measure it, it might be the 4th largest seller of food with over 400 locations.
The discount chain, nicknamed Donkey, opened in the 80s to shake up Japan's retail sector. Now, with the yen at its weakest in decades, business is booming. Tourists are getting more for less. With more than 500 stores in Japan, Donkey is a major player, opening 24 new branches just last year. And thanks to international demand, it's expanded overseas, with 110 stores now in places like the US and Taiwan.
Offline, Don Quixote consistently has the best selection of almost anything in Japan. And so, from a Japanese standpoint, I think it's the availability and it's the promise of value, which in this time of, weak yen and higher inflation is very valuable.
Numbers have grown to about 1.7 times what they were before COVID. There's been a significant increase since then, and customers are coming from all over the world. Before the pandemic, our customer base came from East Asia. Now, there's a noticeable increase in customers from Europe and the US. This rise in global visitors has boosted our sales.
Donkey's success lies in smart tactics. By giving autonomy to local branches, they adapt fast and jump on trends quicker than rivals. While inflation rose, Donkey saw growth, making a 12% year-on-year revenue increase last year. And judging by what ends up in many suitcases, its approach is paying off.
I bought a coffee cup for my mom, a fan, some Godzilla chopsticks, just a couple toys, stuff like that for home, just to kind of remember the place.
With Donkey's parent company now planning to open duty-free stores targeting tourists, they're preparing to expand, while continuing to offer the chaotic shopping experience many return for. Justin Wu and Zilan Shata for TaiwanPlus.
And thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. As always, you can visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, today we give you a glimpse of a legendary 1935 guitar heading to auction to support children with cancer in France. I'm Liao. Take care and see you next time.